Hey guys, this is Rider, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Now that we have the Annihilator Beam, there's some more doors we can open. And also another thing I'd like to get done sometime this update is taking the energy in the temple back to the energy controller. Because that's going to trigger something very important. But before we go to the energy controller, there's a handful of items we can get. Actually, now that we have the Annihilator Beam, we can get all but 2 items in the Sanctuary Fortress. We can get everything but a missile expansion and a Sky Temple key, if I remember. However, there's nothing we can do at present in the Dark World. At least, not right now. Do you remember that Sonic security door that was in the Dynamo Works? That one that we kept passing by when I failed that jump going up to the, the top where the gyro rings are? Well, now that we have the Annihilator Beam, we can actually interact with that. Just be nice if I could figure out a good route for doing this. None of this stuff is hard to get. It's just that you do more backtracking than you like. I'm not going to leave in a ton of backtracking. Like, there's a couple points that I cut out, like 6 or 7 minutes of backtracking, but all the smaller stuff I left in anyway, so you guys know where to go. Yeah, the door that we need to open is at the bottom of the gyro chamber here. I mean, we could use the elevator to get down there, but I find it just faster to roll down here. When you shoot this door, a sequence of 4 tones will sound. There are several key locks around here that show up on the Echo Visor. If you shoot that key lock with the Annihilator Beam, it'll produce one of 3 tones. You have to figure out which tone corresponds with which key, and then you just press the buttons, or the keys in a specific order, opens the door, and it gets you something. This is the kinetic impact that was necessary to shatter the dynamo, and inside the dynamo is a power bomb expansion. We've only got 2 more of these to pick up, and I think they're both in Torvis Bog. I don't remember for sure, but we've got all of them from here. Now, what's the next thing we have to do? I don't remember. I know there's a bunch more power-ups that we can still get here. Alright, there is a power-up in this room. It takes a bit of work to get at, but there is a power-up down here. Oh, that was pretty sweet. Double kill. Love double kills. There's actually 2 different puzzles in this room. And unlike in the... I must be thinking of the Dark World here, because you cannot get back up on that ledge with the screw attack. no matter how hard you try. And you can actually do this before you get the Annihilator Beam, because that's just a standard sonic beam emitter that you need to destroy. What that causes is it causes that that panel for a kinetic orb cannon to move forward. And there is a kinetic orb cannon in this room. You just need to activate it. And unless you use your scan visor to scan the panel that the power up, not the power up, but the kinetic orb cannon where it is. I'm standing on it right now. There's actually dark visor. The scan tells you to use dark visor, which is kind of a dick move, because there's really no other indication. And oh, that's just underneath. There is actually up here the 4 control units. And because they're different sized, I was thinking that you had to shoot them some way, but it never really gives you an indication on the control units that you have to use seeker missiles. Just by the only real indication that you use seeker missiles here is just that you've been using them for most of the dark visor control units for the game. And once you trip that, you need to get down to the cannon very fast. It shouldn't be too big a deal, I just wasn't sure if it was activating another switch or not. Great, I'm out of missiles. I mean, you don't need missiles to activate these, I just prefer to use them because they lock when you have a lock on. But once that position moves in, then you can actually get under here. There is a missile expansion and a spinner. The spinner is just to get out, and the missile expansion I obviously have to get if I want 100%. Now, I believe there's only a couple more things that we need to do here before we can get out and actually go someplace else. Yeah, there's 3 things we have to do. We have to return the energy to the temple, and there's a Sky Temple key and a missile expansion we can get here. There's enough power-ups here, that's for sure. I mean, I could put the energy back now, but that's the last thing I want to do. Oh, this room. Yeah, this room is pretty dangerous. These enemies are invulnerable to pretty much everything except seeker missiles. And I have next to no missiles right now, so yeah. I have no way of killing these guys, and they do a lot of damage. And not to mention, there's a key lock door in here. That's going to be fun. I am going to die, because these guys do a lot of damage, and I'm in close quarters having to do this puzzle. This is going to be great. And it makes me do this the long way, because I just happened to hit the last one I needed first. Alright. And our reward for this? A missile. Yes, all we get is a missile expansion. We do need to collect them all, but it is kind of infuriating that they put all these guards in the room, yet only one missile expansion. And let me tell you what, this room is one place where if you're playing this on the Wii version, the spring ball really shines because you can get in and out of the room really fast. Now, I'm not sure why I was going to the Dark World here. My guess would be that I needed to... because the key is in the Dark World.